Yeah.
So this is Diane and Danny McDaniel, and they're here to share some interesting information with us about the Lifewave patches. So I'm just going to let you two take it away.
Yeah, well, welcome, guys. We're under kind of under the understanding tonight. This was a kind of a welcome to the team, introduction, so you guys could get to know us. We could get to know you, and Barbara's obviously just excited beyond herself. We've known Barbara for quite a few years now,
Mhm.
and she's always been a passionate realtor. Well, first of all, I know she's more passionate about health than anything because
Yeah.
she was one of the, I mean, she's probably the biggest health nut in our church, and which is in a good way, is a good
Yes,
thing.
it is a good way.
But she's also been very passionate about real estate, and it's not a surprise to us because we've been around Lifewave now for 20 months, being on the patches for 20 months, and then being in the business for a little bit over a year now. you know, we understand why she's so excited about Lifewave because we've we've seen what we had our hands on here, and it's one of those things that it's hard to not get excited about it when you have a technology like we have with this X39 patch that can literally change the world around you and change people's lives. You get to the point like like Diane and I did a year ago in August after being on the patch for 8 months, where we were like looking at each other going, how can we not tell people about this? And so there's a conviction that comes with it in the sense that there's so many, this is so life-changing outside of ministry, which is what we do, because that's our life is ministry. So apart from spiritual things, this is the most life-changing thing like, there's nothing even that compares. So there's nothing outside of spiritual stuff, but in the natural, it's just ridiculous. And so that's why a year ago we started working the business, and now you've got Barbara talking to you guys, and you guys are new to Lifewave, so we're here to help you, and we're going to help Barbara achieve her dreams. With Lifewave as a vehicle, because Lifewave is not your dreams. Lifewave is a vehicle. Just like real estate's a vehicle. Most people don't, when they're 5 years old, don't, go, I want to be a real estate agent when I grow up. You know, just like people weren't sitting around going, I want to be a Lifewave distributor when I grow up, or I want to be in network marketing when I grow up. Or I want to be an accountant when I grew up, 5 years old. People aren't talking about that. They're dreaming about being movie stars, being NFL players, NBA players, being princesses, all those kind of things, being an astronaut. That's what people grow up, being a policeman. They grow up with dreams of being a football coach or this volleyball coach, all those kind of things. But, I'm saying all that because where we're at is you guys have grabbed a hold of a vehicle that can fuel your dreams. And so what Don and I are in the business of is we're in the business of helping people not only have phenomenal results with the patch, but achieve their dreams and recapture their dreams, the dreams that they've always had. So we're here to tap into what your passion is in life, what your purpose is with Lifewave as a vehicle. And because if we know what your why is and know what your purpose is, we're definitely best suited to help you. And we're excited about that.
Yeah, we've actually been in direct sales for over 27 years. We were with the company for 22 years, and we joined it. We actually got involved with that out of, the excitement of opportunity. It was the first time that we saw that we could do something great beyond, what our education level would tell us. And so needless to say, we got a hold of it. We found out we were good at it. And we had a great product. We had a great opportunity, and it created an incredible lifestyle for us. We absolutely loved it. Things changed with that company. So we started, seeking what was next for us. And at that time, we came across this company. So I say that because I want you guys to know that we know when we see a good thing. because we've seen a lot of different companies, we've seen a lot of different pay plans, we've seen a lot of different products. When we saw what we saw with this, we had already felt our difference because we got on the product without joining, looking at this as an opportunity. We just signed up, got a spot is what you call it, so to speak, in our binary, because it's a great pay plan, and it allows your business to grow even when you're not working it. And so while we were just using the product, we had a business that was already starting, and that's what a binary does. So when we started, after we had great results and we started realizing that, hey, we need to lean into this, because we had other friends that had great results. They were already starting to seek more about how this opportunity worked. They started sharing the product, started, getting very involved. And so that caused us to start asking more questions. And when we saw what we saw with the system, because we already knew that we had a life-changing product because it changed our life. And then on top of that, we saw a system that was already in place for people to succeed. And that was already being proven too, because people were making a lot of money. That meant that the system was working if you plugged into it. And then, of course, there was an opportunity that had a marketing, a pay plan that was extremely lucrative. And very, very simple. And that was another thing that was very attractive to us. And so it was like this perfect recipe for us to say, we can run fast here and we can help people. Because one thing that Danny and I love to do is help people win. And in order for us to help people win, there's got to be this environment for people to get the success that they desire. And that was already there. And that's what got us excited, is that it was turnkey ready for us to take off and start building a team and getting people success, getting ourselves success, along with the fact that Danny and I, because we've led for so many years, we've brought in our own layers that we feel have now taken it to a whole nother level for people to accomplish incredible things, even beyond great income and incredible opportunity. Because Danny and I focus on not just let's help you get success, but let's help you win in life. And that's something that Danny and I are very passionate about when it comes to, community, because that's something that's really, really big, along with, how we handle our coaching, because we do business coaching. And of course, we also are focused on how can we create next layers of success through whatever that may look like, whether that's being in front of a living room, whether that's being in front of a hotel room, or that's, running incentives. I mean, we'll do whatever needs to be done for our group to get the success that they desire. And that's what's been so fun, guys. I will say that after we've, now that we've been in for a little over a year and a half, watching our friends just see their financial situation change. Of course, yes, their bodies have changed. And so that's like a no-brainer, because the product works every time on everything for everyone with enough time. So that's an automatic. We're helping people win with the product, but now helping people win successfully with this opportunity is just very, very exciting. People are setting goals and they're hitting them. We also have they also do incentives. And so we have there's been an incentive going for the last few months where we're taking a bus load of people to Punta Cana from our team, because we've stayed so focused on it and people have believed for it. And so that's another thing that's always fun. If you like to travel, that's been something that we've really enjoyed through the opportunity of direct sales.
We're actually going to use a plane load though, because the bus would sink in the ocean on the way to Punta Cana. So
Taking a plane load. I mean, I don't know how many we have right now,
bunch.
but it's
a plane load.
We're so excited for our team winning like that. But
And on
people
top,
that have never been out of the country are getting to go on this trip. It's very exciting.
and that's what's beautiful about our system. The patch, and it all starts with the patch, but then it's the system. And just so you guys know, we've got, Don and I have been working this business a year. We've already got team members of ours that are, lots of them that earn an extra $1,000 a month already, but we got people earning between $1,000 and $1,000 a month and 80 to 90,000 a month already. And so you can win here. And we can't guarantee you a dime because you're the variable, but here's what we know. What Diane and our role is as leaders in this industry is based on, our assignment. We have one assignment from God, and that is to help people break cycles of dysfunction and establish generational legacy. So whatever we do in life is just, it's just a some it's just a that's our specific assignment. So everything we do in life that carries into that. And so this is a smorgasbord for you. You get to choose what level of involvement you want here, and as far as what you want for growth here. Because if all you want is the patch, that's all you have to take is the patch, and the patch will change your life. And you go, I don't even want to be around Danny and Diane. I don't care if I ever see them again or hear their voice. Barbara, just give me the patch. And you get that, and you'll get treated with dignity and respect from Barbara. If you want to make some hobby money, you can do that. If you want to make some good part-time money, $1,000 to $5,000 a month, you can do that here over time, depending on what your goals are. And if you want to make serious money that is like career money, monthly career money, and have freedom, you can do that too. But on top of that, that's not all we do is help people make money, because our life, because of what our specific assignment is, what you get when you join our team is, and you get to choose whether you want it or not, but you get the development of us helping you grow spiritually, physically, and emotionally, because we are dedicated to helping people grow in their marriage, helping people dedicated to helping them grow as a family. And because family is important to us, faith and family comes before anything. And so, we want you to grow financially, and we just want to help you win on every level. And we want to help your mindset grow. We want to help you grow in the power of your words. And we want all of that to translate into you being able to generate wealth so you can be a distributor of wealth. And that's what's exciting about, you guys joining Barbara and being on our team, because we're all, that's what we're dedicated to doing. But depending on what your goals are, it's going to be you desiring to plug into a system, which is community, and part of that is community, which is what we're doing right now. So this is just the beginning. And because in network marketing, you don't have a boss, and no one's telling you what to do. Barbara's not telling you what to do. We're not telling you what to do. We'd run you off. If we started treating you like we're your boss and telling you all the things you have to do, you're done. You're gonna run from us. And so that's not what we do. But what we are here to do is tell you, you've got to employ yourself, and you realtors know that, and you know what that entails. And when you employ yourself, that involves the learning curve, that involves picking up the phone, that involves waking up and hitting the ground running and doing the things you got to do, for that money to pay, for you to earn that kind of money. And so we're just here to help facilitate that for you and help you through that.
Right. Thank you, Danny.
So
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, you guys respond and just tell us what you're seeing here so far, like with your big picture, what your why is. Because here's what I know, you become really good at something when you know your why, and your why is big enough. Mm-hmm. And so y'all, if you don't mind, share with us when it pertains to you seeing Lifewave as a vehicle, what is your why? What would drive you here?
Does anybody want to chime in on that? I'll tell you what mine is real quick. Hang on, let me share my screen. Y'all see this right here?
Yeah.
That's my why. I asked the Lord, because I've been in real estate, they're always asking us our why for 30, 40 years. I'm like, I do not know what my why is. I'm so sick of people asking me that question. So I finally just had a moment with the Lord. I said, all right, Lord, you tell me what my why is. I have no idea. And he said, do you remember when you were like 10 years old, and you wanted to live in a commune. Remember when the hippies were all living in commune? It was kind of a buzzword, but it's a community. And it's a community of people who do things together and help each other. So my big vision is it's called Happy Town Communities, and where we have a church, resale shop, a restaurant, a farmer's market, a community garden, living area, you know, just all these kind of things where we can actually have a real lifestyle. That's my why. And it's going to cost about $1 million to put it together. But God has other resources too. You know, he owns all the cattle on all the hills. So I know that he can send those resources to me. And it's really neat because I feel that as I'm doing Lifewave and I'm doing some other things in my life, I'm actually building the stepping stones to do this vision. Okay. Leadership is so important, right, Danny and Diane? So becoming a good leader, and that's why Diane and Danny have champion makers .com where you can go look at champion makers and learn use their tools to learn how to be a good leader. Good leaders a lot of times just ask questions, right? They ask questions, they want to get to know people, and use the basically tell them what they need to hear or what you want to tell them in order for them to make these choices, like I have done with each one of you. Okay. So no, that's my why, is to have a big village. And I am excited because I feel that now I can actually attain that. When I start looking at the numbers, you know, the income that Lifewave is willing to pay out to us, I know it's very achievable. And so that's exciting. So you guys chime in and tell us what you're thinking. Especially you, Eddie.
Can you hear me?
We can, Eddie.
Okay. I love seeing the results of hard work. Right. As a W-2 employee, there's always a cap. There's not a cap here, right? When you're in sales, and then I want to own property in Florida. That's my biggest deal. I want to own vacation or resorts. Hence why I got into real estate. But that's my why, my family, to provide a better lifestyle, and to teach people, like kind of what you guys are doing, right? Just to coach and to be the muscle behind it, and to really see people go after what their dreams are, right? Because it's possible. So that's the biggest thing for me.
Right.
It's great, Eddie.
I know we can do it too. What about you, Irma?
Unmute. There we go. Well, anytime I come across anything that's gonna make my life healthier,
Mm-hmm.
I always want to share it with the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on day 5 on the patch. And I know that it's not probably long enough to see a big difference, but I do feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I do have good stamina at the gym. And anyway, my why is because I want to share with the world. And I know I have heard a lot of the testimonials on the Facebook group, and it's all good. And I want to be a big part of this. But also thinking ahead in the business sense, my dream is to have a vacation home in Mexico near the beach somewhere. I am a Mexican national, by the way. I was born in Guadalajara, so I can have dual citizenship.
Cool.
Anyway, I haven't decided whether I want to buy in Puerto Vallarta or Playa del Carmen.
I know, Carmen. I hope you make
I
that.
love them both.
I like the
I don't know if
one-
you've ever, I don't know if you've ever been to Puerto Vallarta, but I'm torn between the two because Puerto Vallarta has mountains as well as beach, even though it's the Pacific Ocean. But Playa del Carmen, I mean, the colors of the water is like Caribbean water, and it's hard to beat that. But it's flat. The
Yeah.
other thing that they do have is the cenotes, which is the most saturated area in the world full of cenotes. Cenotes, basically what it is these stalagmite, stalactite caves. And if you look him up on Google, you'll be like so impressed. And you think, oh, caves, that sounds scary. But they're not scary. It's the most beautiful thing in the planet. Like beautiful nature. It's like God took, his art, and like just put a bunch of beautiful colors together. And that's what he came up with. Like it's so beautiful.
That's
But nature's just stunning.
my
Yeah.
ex-husband actually took scuba divers and down and dove in the cenotes. So yeah,
Wow.
pretty interesting. But the
Yeah.
too is Irma speaks Spanish, y'all. So she'll be on our team. And so if you have Spanish speaking people that you want her help with, Irma, would you be willing to do some translation if needed?
Absolutely, 100%.
Right. And then remember, we have the Thursday Zoom meeting in Spanish every Thursday. So that's a great way to get plugged in. And I have several other Spanish speaking people that want to take advantage of that, So,
Well, I hope also within the next year at the latest that I'll be totally fluent in Spanish.
okay. Okay. You are going to do that then. What are you using? Which program are you using?
Like he's a program, I go to school. So
Mhm.
yeah, I went to school. We went to school in Guatemala last summer, but I just didn't stay long enough. I let a certain scheduling kind of take me out of school. So I got to get back. I really got about 4 or 5 months left that I need in order to get fluent.
I love Guatemala.
So
That is so
I mean, I can do it via Zoom classes, but
not
it's just different when you're immersed.
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's actually the best teaching is when you immerse yourself in their culture of
Yeah.
Spanish speakers. That's the best teacher in the world. Like you just go to a place and stay there as long as you can, and they'll get it out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
They will.
They'll come.
Yeah, that was my first missions trip was to Guatemala. It's beautiful. So,
Yes.
Angela, tell us what your dream is.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know where to start on that one. My husband's looking to retire someday, so there's that. And he wants to get into woodworking, and we have some mission things we want to do. As part of it is kind of what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But in a different manner of helping people that are struggling, like mothers and that are with children or whatever. I was a single mom for 9 years, so I know the struggles of that. And and the health aspect is really close to my heart because several people in my life have, just suffered from illnesses and stuff. And the Lord has blessed me with healing me of my hearing when I was almost completely deaf. Up into the 6th grade. And so I had a slow start with schooling and was married by 18, went to college after I was married and single mom actually went to college, but I didn't finish college, but I started college, was accepted into the medical department, but at that time it wasn't the right timing because my children were about to be young teenagers. So I ended up being just mainly a stay-at-home mom, but I've had several different types of jobs through the years. So I'm looking for something that I can do that frees me up. My husband's on the retirement end of things, and he gets a lot of vacation time now. And my body, I'm hoping that there's two aspects. One is this patch helps me with the fibromyalgia and the endometriosis in my nerves. And the other is to have the freedom to make a good living with it. So me and him can still spend time together when he has time off, or when he retires, we can do these other things, and he can do this woodworking, and we can also build tiny homes too to help others.
You can come live with us in our community. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Well, she'd be having a whip on me though. I don't know about that.
Do it. We'll do it.
But yeah, no, I mean, there's so much, like you said, you got to make up your mind what you're gonna want. I know it's more than just a hobby that I want to do more than that. But you know, I'm the type of person that has to soak it in for a few minutes first before if I really truly believe in it. Just like with the keg and water, I won't shut up about it. I've already been telling my neighbors already about this. So, you know, when I started feeling the establishment of the patch and me more clarifying, they won't be able to shut me up. So, you know, because I've seen too many people suffer, and I just believe in God wants healing for all of us. And he doesn't want us suffering. He died on the cross for our sins, but he also died for our healing too.
Yeah.
Already available, and I think this is just a tool to that God has provided for everybody.
Right.
So that's where I'm at with that.
In fact, Diane, if you remember, we were talking about that, you know, sometimes Christians get confused. They're like, I should just pray to Jesus for healing. They still go to the doctor. You know, it's like, well, my doctor said this, but I'm praying to Jesus. And remember what I said is that, you know, even Jesus used the natural to heal. So he used, you know, spit and mud, and, you know, so it's like, if we can help people understand, it's okay, you know, to be healed, right, Danny? It really is okay.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, you know, the more you guys get to know David Schmidt and his story and watch his interviews, you know, the founder and CEO, and see his convictions, which he does not hide. He's very vocal about his faith and his dependency on God. And he gives God all the glory for the inventions, because he'll tell you straight up that, you know, his patches came from downloads from heaven, and that God has showed him these inventions, and he gives God all the credit for it. And so it is a tool. It's a natural tool that God gave him, and we get to take it out to, you know, the general public and see people's lives change forever as a result.
Yeah.
But it's pretty powerful. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. And so for you guys next is, you know, Barbara said something about championmakers.com a while ago, which, you know, that's our link tree, you know, that gets everybody plugged in, because, you know, once you're on the team and you're ready to go and you're ready to get started, you know, talking to people. I mean, you can talk to people on your own, just like Angela's saying, hey, I'm already like spreading the word, which is good, but just know you've got our help as well. You've got Barbara's help, you got me and Diane's help. That, you know, that was the purpose of tonight. So there you see championmakers.com right there. When we enroll somebody, this is the first thing we send to anybody, because we want you to get connected to our text group thread so that you're in the know. Like I'm doing an X39 presentation, and, you know, at 8 p.m. in 22 minutes. And that comes out, you know, on text thread. And so with the link for you to be able to invite people. We have our school platform, which is a training platform, which is fabulous. We have our thisisitteam.com website, which is a total training site. We got a This Is It Team YouTube page, which has got videos and replay videos of calls going on, trainings going on, you know, replays from this past Saturday's basic training. So you will not lack, you know, the training here and the resources that are available to you. It's astounding, you know, and it gives you it's also in that you're going to learn how to use our marketing tool, thisisitinfo.com. You're going to hear This Is It a lot, because This Is It that's the team we're on, which that's where we get thisisitteam.com, thisisitinfo.com, and This Is It Team YouTube page. But thisisitinfo.com is our one-page landing page. We're able to send people information, and you got it at all of this at your fingertips. but you got Diane and I and Barbara at your fingertips too. So we're going to make sure you have our phone numbers so you can call us. And we want you to know we're here for you to be able to do three-way calls for you, to do Zooms with you, with your friends. And we can't guarantee you money, but we can guarantee you, we promise you we'll never embarrass you. That's what we can promise you. And so you can put anybody that you know on the phone with us or in front of us on a Zoom, and you can be rest assured we're not going to embarrass you. And we know what we're doing. We've been in this industry 27 years, and we've had a lot of tremendous success in the business. So we know how to handle people, and we know how to listen to people. We know how to talk to people. And that's our job, is to do that for you guys. So we can help build layers of conviction with your people so that they can make those decisions. We're not closers. So you're not going to stick people on the phone with us and think that we're going to start trying to close them, because that's not, they're not walking into a car dealership. And I mean, God bless car salesmen and car dealerships, but this is not a car dealership. We're not the general manager that you're bringing them to, and we're going to start closing your people. We're going to build a relationship with your people and give them all the information they need to make adult decisions. And then they get to make those decisions, with you. And they're going to make the right decisions because they're going to feel that this is different. The culture's the way we do things is different, but they're going to sense the passion, and they're going to sense, just the authenticity of what we do and how we do it. But where you guys are at is, it's going to be your choice though. Once you get your goal set here, you're going to have to put us to work, because we're not going to push you. Like we're not, because we're not your boss. You're not going to have Diane and I hounding you. You're not going to dodge us on caller ID, because we're not going to chase you down. We got plenty to do. We got a whole army that
they're getting ready to get on another meeting after this one that y'all are
Yeah.
on. So.
But we've got thousands right now. We've got several thousand distributors already in a year, probably in the neighborhood of what, 7 or 8,000. 7 or 8,000 distributors, and they're not all just working distributors, but we got plenty of people to talk to.
But they're using the product too, and that's what's important, Danny.
Exactly.
So
exactly, because at the end of the day, it's a whole lot of people taking and selling a little bit of product. Then you have the worker, and the worker is someone that wants to build this business. And that's where Diane and I come into play, to work with responders, people who, like Barbara, who wants to build. She's going to call us and she's going to say, hey, I want to introduce you to my friend Eddie. We get on a career with Eddie. I want to introduce you to my friend Irma. And next thing you know, we're on the phone with Irma talking to her. And which is, that produces people on the patch, or produces people in the business. And you guys are going to be able to do that same thing. And it's going to be awesome if you stick with us.
So I don't want to leave out Kevin. Kevin, you need to unmute and share and turn your camera on so you can share with us. Kevin is another one of the agents that I mentor. I just brought him over to LPT, and he's getting ready to close his first sale next week. We're so excited.
Great. Hey, Kevin.
Yay. And Eddie, you're on sale number 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
He's got so many things going on. It's so funny. Danny, Eddie's the one that said that, he's a deacon of their church, and they did 150 people. They did an outreach with, you said 8,000 people came. I think that's amazing. Amazing. They were giving
That's awesome.
bikes and food, and had a prayer room, tons of stuff. So Kevin, unmute yourself. And there was something else I was going to say. Oh, so the cool thing is, is this is really fun. Okay. And so every day I'm talking to people about, about the patch. And if they call me, like Bob did the other day, Irma, I'm also asking him, has he heard of stem cells, and has he heard of stem cell patches? And I just let it flow. But let me tell you what I did. What I do is, and I'm so thankful that Diane and Danny have put together our text notifications for our Zooms. And that phone number, Danny, let's go ahead and tell them that if y'all are not getting the text messages from Diane and Danny for all the Zoom meetings, you want to go to their phone number, and I'm going to give it to you in a second. But what I did is I just started watching the Zooms, okay? Because all the information is there. I mean, they're sharing the testimonials, they're sharing how to share the product, they're sharing information about the product. So you're going to learn all those questions you have in the back of your mind that you want to know and that you're going to be asked. You'll learn those when you're on those Zoom meetings, okay? So it's like just easy self-education. So if y'all will pull, if you're not on the text group, here's the phone number. If you'll pull this phone up, pull up a text and do 214-225-3184 and just text the word patch to that, and you will be put into that Zoom text link, okay? And at first, you know, when you're busy and doing something else, it's like, I don't have time. Well, let me tell you, there's replays everywhere. You can go on YouTube, you can go on Champion Makers, you can go to thisisitteam.com. Those replays are there. Just go watch the replays, okay? Or go watch any of them. It's really, there's so much information out there. You can be doing this at 2 in the morning and you're not alone, okay? You've got all these people. Kevin, you never did come on. I don't know where he went. So I wanted y'all to meet Kevin. And because he just, we need to talk to him about where he is with his patches. I see you're unmuted now.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about yourself, Kevin. There he is out in his garden, by the pool, huh?
Hey guys.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey Danny, Diane.
It's good to meet you, Kevin.
Likewise.
Well, have you
I
gotten,
don't know what my.
have you gotten
I
your
don't
patch,
know.
huh?
I'm sorry. I was going to say I don't really know what my why is, except that I've always been extremely entrepreneurial, very hardworking. I don't give up easy, and I don't take no for an answer. My wife will be the first one to tell you I don't know how to quit.
Mm.
And I started. Barbara told me about the patch a couple of weeks ago. I wore the patch, and I'll be honest, I'm in.
No.
Right, like the thing is, the patch is doing things for me, and it's changing things, and now I'm going to allow it to change my family and the way we all live.
Good.
Because I'm going to use this patch to get me to the end of the rainbow.
There you go.
That is great.
There you go.
That's exciting.
Mhm.
Thanks for sharing that.
Hey,
You're welcome.
hey,
Thank
So
you
what
guys
are
for
you
doing
seeing,
this.
Kevin?
I'm sorry.
What have you been experiencing?
Well, one of the odd things that I experienced, and Barbara will tell you, I'm a little bit of a goofball. So I'll wear the patch 6 or 8 hours, and then I put the dang thing right on my forehead.
he's funny. Yeah.
When I do that, I'll wear it on my forehead for 3 or 4 hours while I'm sitting at my desk doing things, and then I will sleep for 3 or 4 hours and then be up the rest of the night. And it sounds like a nightmare, right? Like I'm having trouble sleeping. The thing is, I'm not sleepy.
Right.
Like I set an alarm to get out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning, and at 3 o'clock I'm wide awake.
Mhm.
And then at 4 o'clock I'm out sitting by the pool, laying on one of these zero gravity chairs, staring at the stars.
Mhm.
Right? Like I'm just like, wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
life is cool. Life is
Yeah.
cool. This is not a normal feeling to be up in the middle of or 4 a.m. in the morning and not feel sleepy. But for
Yeah.
whatever reason, this thing is these patches are doing that for me. Like, and then I get ready. I work a part-time job. I am a realtor, but I also work a part-time job because you got to be able to pay the bills, right? And I'll go to work, spend 5 or 6 hours at work, come home, work another 4 or 5 hours. I'll take a half-hour nap. I take a power nap on the floor. People ask me, why do you lay on the floor to take a power nap? Well, because a power nap is exactly that. Anything more than about 30 minutes and it ruins the whole experience. The power nap on the floor makes sure that I get my butt off the floor when the alarm goes off because the floor is uncomfortable. right? So I know how to force myself to do things that I really don't want to do, but I do have to take that nap. That's for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm in my mid-50s now. So the nap is necessary, but it's the weirdest thing, the whole thing about being up. So yes, keeping me awake when I wear the dang thing on my forehead for 3 or 4 hours, absolutely it will keep me awake. But during the day, I'm experiencing more clarity. Like I'm experiencing less fumble. Uh, my memory seems to be improving a little bit. I'm really pretty physically healthy. I broke my back in a car accident just a little less than 4 years ago, and I really, I'm not sure I've ever been healthier in my entire life.
Wow.
But the patch is definitely having an impact, and it can't go anywhere but up.
Right. I agree. Drink your water. Keep
Yes,
drinking.
ma'am. I
Now,
drink lots of it.
let me show you what I've done because I, like you, Angela, I like to talk to everybody. And at first I started with the 3-ring binder, and then I was like, I had too many people and I couldn't remember if I had talked to people. So I just started an Excel spreadsheet. Y'all, anyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So now I have, look, I've got y'all in here who I've, and this will be irrelevant pretty soon, but what this does is it allows me to see who I've talked to. So when I'm doing follow-up, and then I can put my notes over here. Okay. So when I call them back, you know, hey, how's your dad? Whatever. Okay. Are y'all seeing that?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So super easy. And if I'm not at my computer and I've talked to somebody, I have in my calendar on my phone a list of everybody that I either want to talk to or that I have talked to. Because I'll go to bed at night and I'm thinking, oh, I need to talk to so-and-so. And then if I don't write it down, I will forget it, you know, I might. And so in my calendar, it's on a repeat event. And so every day those same people, you know, are in that list, and then I can either transfer them over to my Excel spreadsheet or, you know, whatever. But let me tell you, there's not enough hours in the day to follow up with people. I'm just so excited with it's the number of people I've been sharing with, even you guys, you know, I'm like just now hearing your results of the patches. So just keep that in mind, and that's how I've not been overwhelmed, and that's how I've not forgotten who I've spoken to, because that's really important. I don't know if I told y'all, I told Danny, I think, that I'm doing a garden because I want to start growing my own vegetables. And the guy that delivered the soil, a dump truck driver, I asked him, hey, you know, how do you like, I just get conversational and said, how do you like doing this? He's like, well, I've just been doing it 4 years, and I'm, you know, I had to quit my job. I was selling medical equipment. Hello, you guys, medical sales to a dump truck driver. Those numbers don't compute, do they? And so he's like, yeah, I'm thinking I need to, you know, look at another career again and get back in it. He had gotten out to take care of his mom, and he has a degree in biology and psychology. You guys, a dump truck driver. So you just never know who you're going to meet. And all I have to ask them is like, I ask them, do you like what you're doing? And Danny, you were talking about this yesterday on your training meeting. Ask, you know, do you like what you're doing? Diane, you did that with the Uber driver. And it's like, how long have you been doing this? You know, and another question I ask is, what's your career path? That's a real easy question, right?
What do you know about stem cells is an
And
easy
then I
question.
say, and then I ask them, do you know anything about stem cells? And so many people have heard of stem cells. You'll be surprised. Yeah, I got injections or whatever. And then I'll say, have you heard of the stem cell patches? And that's when they get really interested, right?
Yep.
Hey, Barbara, I'm going to have to jump
Yeah.
off because I've got that Zoom at 8 o'clock that I've got to do with the whole team, but you guys are welcome to jump on because I don't, you may have already invited guests on here. Hopefully you have, but if you haven't, you're still welcome to jump on and learn, because that's, you know, that's where you get a lot of training, is jumping on the presentation Zooms.
Right.
I've got one at 8, but just very quickly, guys, and I'm sorry to interrupt, Barbara, but I do
No, I
got
want
to
you
jump off. Hey guys, I put my number and Diane's number in the chat. So go to your chat and like take a picture of that, or you might have already jotted those numbers down.
Mhm.
And feel free to reach out to me and Diane as well. There's no hierarchy, so you don't have to. I mean, you're welcome to call Barbara for everything.
Right.
That's not going to bother us at one bit. But just
Right.
know that Barbara doesn't mind if you call us too, because we're all equal. We have equal access to all three of us. So
Mhm.
just know that.
We're
And we're here for you. You got 3 people to help mentor you here to help you achieve your dreams, to whatever those dreams are. And we're excited for you guys. We're excited to help Barbara build. And the only way we can help Barbara build is if we help you build. So if we help you build, Barbara's dreams come true.
Yeah.
And if we help, your people build, your dreams come true. So that's what we get excited about. And I love the Spanish thing too. That's going to come. And I can't wait till I'm fluent in Spanish because we want to go throughout all of Mexico and Latin America with the patches and ministry and everything that we do.
Very exciting.
So we got to jump off. Donnie, any last words?
No, it was great meeting you guys. With just a pro tip is like get connected in whatever way that looks like for you. Like Danny said, it doesn't have to be everything, but it has to be somewhat consistent so that you are connected to the team, because otherwise, people just they don't follow through. It all feels good in the beginning, but if we're not connected to the fire, we lose our fire. And so that's just from one couple to another, just the reality of what it means to be connected and the results of your best future. So
right.
And Barbara, before Don and I actually jump off, you might, if you can, show those guys, in case they haven't seen it, where the How to Get Started training is on the school platform.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, I'll do that.
So it's under the new brand partner training, and the one that says How to Get Started is probably the best one, for them to watch.
It's under this one.
That may
that's not your short one, is it?
no, go to the school platform.
Go to school.com.
Okay.
What's up? You just
Oh, was it? Was it?
That's okay.
Okay.
It's no problem. So go to classroom and new brand partner training.
There's 2 of them. There's yours and there's Carrie's. Okay.
And then How to Get Started, the second one. That's probably the best one for them to watch
To get started.
to really get rolling.
Okay.
Time's come to.
Stop.
Okay, guys, I gotta run. We'll see y'all.
Y'all be blessed.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Great to
Thank
meet
you.
y'all. Excited to help y'all.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
So really cool company, really cool couple. I've known them. I'm going to stop this